So I don't know if you heard, Rob, but this past Wednesday on AEW Dynamite, your protege, your prodigy, Hook, is he's going to challenge for the AEW World Title against the hot dog saver himself, Samoa Joe. So that's next week on Dynamite. So pretty
Nice.
interesting that those stars are crossing with one another. After we talked about Samoa Joe, and obviously you worked with Hook. What do you think of Hook overall? Like from that, yeah, I know you've only had 2 interactions with him when it comes to in the ring stuff, but overall, do you think he has that capability to reach a top star level, like in pro wrestling?
Well, from what I know about him, absolutely. What I don't know about him is very important here because this sounds like a good matchup. It's probably a really exciting matchup if you followed the pathway that Hook is on and seen what he's overcome to find the obstacle that he has now with Samoa Joe. I haven't, unfortunately, been following the matches he's had since me, so I don't know that part of it. Otherwise, it sounds like, cool couple of guys that do some jiu-jitsu, some mat wrestling, with one of them being much bigger, much more experienced, and my dear friend Samoa Joe. So sounds like it might be a schooling of sorts, But I'm sure that if I knew the bigger picture and knew, what his pathway coming up until he's facing Samoa Joe, it sounds like it would be. I'm sure what they did is compelling.
I didn't get to see the segment quite. I saw screenshots of it and all. And from what I heard, the crowd, he was super over with the crowd was Hook. The crowd was really into it. And they kind of almost did a thing too where Samoa Joe basically laid a challenge out to whoever had a good record in AEW win-loss record. And then almost like the bat symbol popped up Hook on the arena ceiling. And then came out and confronted him and stuff. So pretty good setup.
Good moment. And it's the heel, it's the champion with the open challenge to find the challenger. That's always like a decision you got to really think about if you want to, if you want to let that happen, as opposed to the other way around, because sometimes it can seem like you only got one guy or something, but that sounds really cool, and hopefully I'll watch it. I think we got it on saved
on the DVR there, huh? When it comes to so Samoa Joe just won the title basically. So and Hook's
wasn't he the Ring of Honor champion or no?
He was the TV champion, and then he vacated it when I believe he was challenging for the
AEW TV champion, not Ring of Honor champion.
No, he was the ROH television champion, but now he's the AEW World Champion. So he defeated MJF a couple weeks ago at World's End.
Cool.
So Hook was going to be his first challenger, basically. And the kind of question I wanted to ask you, what would kind of be from I guess if you're doing from a wrestling perspective and thinking about it from the booking aspect, probably Samoa Joe will come out on top on that aspect of it all because it's his first defense. How would you kind of book Hook safely to make him still look strong after it's all said and done, being the smaller opponent too on that?
Well, I'm writing in my notes to tell you not to ask me how I would book stuff.
Okay.
Future episodes.
Okay. Noted. Duly noted.
How I would book the kid? Is that what you said? Or
yeah, how would you book Hook to still remain kind of strong in the aspect of maybe coming out on a loss on this one?
Man, those two could have a stellar match, regardless of the finish, that could really build and should really build Hook's position, his status. He should be able to. I mean, if they have like a really great match where they earn. It's cool when two people go at it and they earn each other's respect. But also, first off, you got to earn the crowd's respect. And when you can do them both, that's sometimes like a really special moment. And I could totally see that happening with these two guys. You know, I could see Samoa liking Hook, you know, and maybe, who knows, maybe let's take him under his wing or something. I don't know.
I like that because Rob, I guess they positioned Samoa Joe too, not as a heel necessarily, and he wasn't considered necessarily a baby face either. He was just Samoa Joe at this juncture. So it's like it's not like he would be compromising who he was as a heel if he was doing something like that. So it could totally make sense to have that happen actually, like end in a respect kind of way. So I like that a lot.